Good afternoon, President of the IPU. Good afternoon, colleagues. I come with a heavy heart from Nigeria, but first I'd like to apologize to Honorable Kafila Ogbara. I am not here to bring shame to our country. I'm here to seek help for the women of Nigeria. Again, my name is Senator Natasha Akpoti Udua. 5 days ago, on the 6th of March 2025, I was suspended. As a senator, I was suspended illegally because I submitted a petition of sexual harassment against the President of the Nigerian Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio. I thought that by submitting the petition, he would recuse himself, and both of us will submit ourselves to the Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petition for a fair and transparent investigation. But unfortunately, I was silenced and I was suspended. I was suspended for 6 months, amongst many other stringent conditions, such as taking away my security, taking away all the officials, vehicles, and other items that were handed over to me as a senator. My salaries will be cut off. I must not appear anywhere near the National Assembly. And for 6 months, I'm not to introduce myself or present myself as a senator locally in Nigeria or internationally. That means I'm here illegally. But I had no other place to go but to come here and speak to you women. Because this is a bigger picture. This is a bigger picture. It depicts the crisis of women political representation. My suspension is not just about me. It's about the systemic exclusion of women from political leadership in Nigeria. Women make up 3.6% of political offices, and in the Senate, it's just 2.8%. We have 109 men, and only 4 of us are women. So right now, it's 108 with only 3 women. This is a clear case of political victimization, punishment for speaking out against impunity, corruption, and gender-based violence. The United Nations Declaration 48/104 declares sexual harassment as a form of gender violence. The Senate's actions are an assault on democracy. I was elected by my constituents to represent them. Yet a few powerful men have unilaterally decided to silence their voices by suspending me for 6 months. My call for an open and transparent investigation into harassment allegations have been met with hostility instead of accountability. If a female senator can be treated this way in the full view of the world, imagine what ordinary Nigerian women will go through every day in workplaces, in universities, and other aspects of our society. A culture of harassment and silencing must end. And this is not just a Nigerian issue. It is a global one. Women in politics, media, and businesses face threats, intimidation, and violence for simply demanding fairness. From sex for grades scandals in universities to harassment in workplaces and political spaces, Nigerian women have constantly been forced into silence. We need stronger legal protections and a zero culture tolerance for gender-based discrimination and intimidation. My call to the international community is such that the world must not stay silent as democracy and women's rights are rolled back in Nigeria. I call on human rights organizations, women movements, and democratic institutions to hold the Nigerian Senate accountable. Nigeria needs global partners to push for women's political inclusion, safety, and protection from political harassment. You may ask, what are my next steps? I will resist the political intimidation. In the past few days, a number of my colleagues, my male colleagues, have reached out to me and said, Natasha, All you need to do is apologize and retract your statements. And I told them I am not going to apologize. I will not apologize for my truth. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I told them that I will stand the 6-month suspension, and the very first day I return, I will represent my petition on sexual harassment. And I will continue doing so until there is a fair and transparent investigation. I will fight, thank you. I will fight this injustice and continue to represent my constituents, whether the Senate wants to hear me or not. I will work with women's group, civil society, and legal teams to ensure that this unconstitutional suspension is quashed. This is bigger than me. This is about ensuring that no other woman in politics or public office will ever be silenced again. Thank you so much.
I'm running from one country to another, spending taxpayers' money, thinking he's looking for investors to come and invest in this one. Then the third person in the city is allegedly being harassed, being accused of sexual stuff, which is very bad. That's why a lot of people I interviewed this morning, they told me that AKPABIO cannot say this, what NATASHA AKPOTI is saying is lie, because in 2020 here, I mean in 2023 here, a woman offended this, he even slapped her. I still watch the interview, throwback, where that woman said she slapped her AKPABIO, he gave her twice on AKPABIO face. Why? Because AKPABIO was demanding what is undemandable. That she told AKPABIO that he's a river girl, it's not anyhow girl. So of course, this is not the first time they are accusing AKPABIO. That's why I said it earlier when this issue started. I said AKPABIO should have stepped aside. You step out, you cannot be a judge over your own case. It's not done. It's not like Nigeria, you do these kangaroo things, whereby a woman come to the National Assembly, submit this thing to the next thing the committee will do. They don't even want to listen to what this woman says. They suspend her 6 months. So the National Assembly, they thought that they have power, they have everything, because President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is in their back, nothing is shaking. They are taking them to the world. If you don't want, may you watch your dirty inside. Outside people will help you watch it. Shebi Nigeria now, they don't open us to the world. The world is seeing the corruption in Nigeria. I keep saying it. I say the judiciary is only one we have in Nigeria. We have 3 arms of government in Nigeria: the judiciary, the executive, and the legislature. But in federal, this Tinubu regime, they have pocketed the judiciary and the legislature. Also in the states. Check, it's not limited to federal alone. All the whole states in Nigeria, they pocketed their judiciary, pocketed their legislature. It's what a governor tell the legislature and the judiciary they will do, because what they now interpret, they interpreted money, they are no more interpreting the law. And this is very dangerous to our democracy. This is destroying our institution. When you keep destroying your institution because of self-center, because of selfish interest, this is what you get in reverse. Now they are shading, maybe probably the federal mind, the federal power, the executive's arms. They are shading AKPABIO now because they know that AKPABIO is useful to them. The same way what is happening in River State, whereby yesterday you can see the Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, called the Niger Delta PDF, is it what the elders, and say the Supreme Court verdict should be held, that they should stop threatening the federal government, that Fubara should obey the law. Nobody says Fubara should not obey the law. Obey the law, but the federal government, are they doing what is needful? I keep saying it, that the difference between you or me that you are interviewing now, between madman, is a madman head. The brain has been tampered with. My brain is still okay. Yes. The same way my leg is functioning, that's the same way madman leg is functioning. Because the head is corrupt. Every other system is definitely about to corrupt, and that's what we are saying. When we have a leader who are ready to show the good examples, this country will be a better place. Have you not surprised when we are growing up? A civil servant will buy a car. A civil servant cannot even dearly take a car to the office. How can you buy a car that your 5 year salary cannot afford? And but these days, as I speak to you, go to secretariats in Nigeria. They buy latest cars that 10 years, 15 years of their salary cannot buy. Where did they see the money? Nobody is afraid of anybody again. Everybody do whatever they like. That is the country we find ourselves. So what am I saying in essence? When the head is corrupt, just expect that every other part of the body is correct. That's why a madman, as I use a madman as example, when because of madman brain is not functioning, that's a madman can stay a month, a madman will not bow. He's no more perceiving any odor. He's not seeing that this shirt I'm putting on is dirty. No, it's not more there. Because what? The brain is wrong. That's what is happening in the leadership of Nigeria, because we are not getting tracked when it comes to leadership.
With the way Nigeria is going now, corruption, allegations and everything, is there a future for one? We have been seeing even your wife now saying they are tired of this country. The Igbos have already left Nigeria in their spirits. What do you have to say about that?
My brother, corruption cannot stop in Nigeria. Nigeria is built on corruption. So how can the corruption stop? I keep telling people that in this country we have, when during the 2023 election, I said whether it's Peter Obi that win, whether Atiku that win, whether this Tinubu that win, that no different except they do two things which I prescribe. What are the two things I prescribe? I say restructure this country. Whoever that wins should restructure this country, or you divide this country, let everybody do. But if you refuse to do these two things, if you bring angel from heaven to come and do this country, the country will remain the same, because they are building on faulty foundation. As I speak to you, Tinubu is building on faulty foundation. The foundation cannot start. The foundation of Nigeria was built with lies, was built with deceit. Who is Nigeria? What is the meaning of Nigeria? When you bring the Fulani, you bring Hausa, you bring Igbo, you bring Yoruba, you join them together. Now, who is now building Nigeria? Is it the Fulani that is building Nigeria? Is it the Oduduwa? If it is Oduduwa Republic now, you know that Oduduwa in Yoruba means something, right? You can interpret it as Oduduwa. If it is Biafra, you know what Biafra means in Igbo language. If it's Arawa, you know what Arawa means in Hausa language. What is the meaning of Nigeria? Nobody is Nigeria. Nigeria is fraud. Nigeria is built on fraud. That's why fraud cannot stop in Nigeria. That's why the British are making this country. Look at the way the doctors, everybody is jackpot to UK to go and do what? We go do clean job. The doctor will go UK, go they do cleaning job for UK. But if many of them that will watch this my video, many of them, what do they do for abroad? The idea.
Your name. I'm Mohammed Abubakar. I'm from Bagudo local government. I'm from Kebbi State, Bagudo local government. But what makes me annoyed with Nigeria government is this: we don't have good leaders. We just they talk like we Muslim, Hausa, we they carry God for mind, but we know they use the God. What would they carry for our mind? They call the God, not be all of us they use that. Now Aboki spoil this country. Why? They say anywhere where you go, before you go see any other language they beg, you must see Aboki they beg in this country. Why it be so? Where we say now we get food, now we they invest food, now we they invest cow, now we they invest many things. But when now we they suffer past many people, why you used to be like that?
Okay, how do you feel now? Aboki don't dey for power for a very long time. Una don't rule this country well. You know, una know why you go tell me say una see dey hungry.
Oga, I support Biafra so that no woman dey in one place.
Talk come again. I
support Biafra 100 times.
How did you know about Biafra? Who told you about Biafra?
Oga, I was born 1981. I'm not a small pikin. I cross 45 to 44 now. I'm not a small pikin. I don't suffer for this country. So what I see with my eye, you make me I dey cry. But I thank God, human being know they feed me. Now God they feed me. Anytime I wake, I will beg the God and I will feed. Till the day I will go back to him. But we have no leaders in this country.
So how come?
I support Biafra in 100 times. Let's make all man go so that we, the Hausa, will remain. But we see me woman they assist in one people.
Okay, you are an Hausa man.
Yeah, confirm. I'm from Kebbi State, Bagudo local government.
So why this Fulani they disturb una well? Una just keep quiet.
Fulani they disturb now with Hausa then jump out. If the leaders of the state they no agree, Fulani will no entire state. Who born Fulani? Who give Fulani leg? If your leaders of your state, governor or anyone no have hands, they will no enter. You don't ever hear say them call Lagos Fulani can do something. Whether them go east, whether them go south of east, you don't hear them. Now only Arewa, but part of the Arewa now some state, not the all state. Like my state, Kebbi State, we don't have that problem with Fulani. But like Kasuna, Zamfara, Sokoto, all those people, now then get that wahala. We don't have any wahala with anybody.
Why Nigeria be like this now? Where they complain saying?
Why Nigeria be like this? We say we don't have good leaders. Even the man is ruling now. Now Hausa the ruler. Now waiting them tell him to do.
Who be the person where they rule now?
Now Tinubu now, but now person dey ahead of the Tinubu. That is the northern people.
If you name them, where they do spoil this country like this.
IBB, like them Buhari, forget say person they call God. God know in people. Forget if you are not belong to them, they no put you for that seat. If you know their society, you can't belong to that seat.
Okay, now you talk about this Biafra, that you believe of Biafra, that Biafra.
I believe I support una 100 and by 100.
Do you think what President Buhari, Tinubu is doing now by holding this Mazen and the Kano after IBB don't confess, say there's nothing like a Igbo sponsor the coup? Do you think it's right to Mazen and the Kano?
Me, what I think, Oga, and the IBB way in the talk, in now them follow spoil this country. Waiting them one talk now, and in no bad eye, but God still they show up upon the money way in the still they see waiting in the sea. If that money go cure that in sickness, may cure that in sickness too.
But some people say IBB no just come and confess say no people plan the coup or Abiola with the election. Say get be say as he don dey go close to him grave. Say he don dey see people wey he kill during Biafra. Now then they torment am. That's why he come confess Nigeria. You believe am?
Oga, now God show am before him go die, may him confess in sin before him go to the creator. So whatever you harvest is what you plan now him go harvest. So now waiting in they see now the evacuation before him go may him confess.
Yoruba and Fulani or Hausa or not has been ruling this country. Igbo man never rule.
And then let's give them now. They are human being also. Let's give them, let them test. If they no one test, let's do the Biafra so that no woman just dey on his own. What you get, you manage it. Now God they feed human being. If they know say they are right for what they are doing, the northerners. If they know say they are right, let's leave the Biafra to do.
So you support Biafra to go
100 by 100.
Why do you support Biafra?
Why I support is this: we, the northerners, we are the ruler. We are still the suffering. We are the suffering. I don't know. Before you see any other language, you must see outside the game. And if you say it's like enter the whole net 36 state, you must see. Now so why it used to be like that?
You like Igbo?
Oga, 100 by 100.
Are you sure you like Igbo?
Oga, me I serve someone at Okwibe. I stay for East 2003 when on a Kamen market catch fire. I dey East.
You don't mean it.
Oga, they tell you say if there is the truth, say the one truth. Waiting at the talk, me I talk and made the whole world hear am. If person wants whatever, you know if he
the whole world is hearing you.
I want make them hear am so that if you know be my God, you know if he kill me, I know if he kill you. But me I suppose be Biafra 100 by 100. Make them leave home and make them on your own. If you believe you are God, serve who you believe so that you choose you. That is all I believe. But this northerners made them rest, make another people test the seat.
Who be the another people where they look make the test?
I support Inland Uzokami. I support her 100 by 100. Yeah, 100 by 100. Make them give her in right. Because when they help una people, we our people, nobody feel. Even business, if you don't get what to do, nobody will assist you.
But for the sake of your people who go watching for this time, people feel say now we make this Tinubu become president because we over here where we dey here we voted for Peter Obi to change power to see, but in the north una vote for Tinubu.
Since I was born, I have never voted for anybody. I ask my parents why una dey go vote, una go carry una money go line suffer do everything, some beat una go come and the person wey una vote for no go do wetin una want for. Why will they vote for? What is the meaning of the election? That is why I'm not voting for since I was born to now. But I believe over the world we know. If I'm talking to you, I talk like may God judge woman. But me, I suppose Biafra 100 by 100. May God give una that power. Yes, if una dey una right, may God give una power.
As you dey now, if you see if Biafra come today, you go like visit Biafra.
Oga, 100 by 100, I dey tell you, I'm a Muslim. Not that I dey tell you my mind, to my grave, to my 6 feet, I dey tell you my mind. So, may woman dey. If them do the Biafra, may woman dey on more we see. So that they will see who get right, who dey wrong. I mean, make them do it like that if they know say they have the truth. The leaders wey dem dey lead now, make dem give all my right. Forget religion issue na wetin dey spoil this country follow again. Make dem give all my right, so that you just dey on your own, you beg your God, you hustle for what you need.
Okay, before the next election is coming in 2027, what advice do you have to give to your people? If should they still continue